Yeah. Okay. Last time we are doing surface chemistry. We were doing chemistry and I was doing the explanation. सरफेस केमिस्ट्री किधर है भाई? We are doing colloids. Colloids में हमने दिया water colloids and we were doing the properties, and the property which we were doing was electrical properties. According to electrical properties, colloidal particles carry charge. They carry charge. Colloidal particle carry charge. The charge will be either positive or the charge will be either negative. So in any colloidal solution, the dispersed phase particle will have the same charge. Same charge, either positive, all the particles will be positively charged, or all the particles may be negatively charged. Okay, so that is the thing what we have studied, that colloidal particle carry either positive charge or a negative charge. Now, from where this charge develop? ये charge develop how? How the charge develop? If there is a colloidal particle, there is a dispersed phase, it absorb an ion common to it. That means suppose if there is a silver chloride colloid, so it will absorb silver ion on it, or it will absorb negative ion on it. Silver chloride absorb positive ion or it will absorb negative ion. If silver chloride absorb positive ion, the colloidal solution, the particle will be positively charged. And if they absorb a negative ion, it will be negatively charged. So all colloidal particles have charge. It will be either positive or negative, and that depends upon which ion it absorbs. So colloidal particle carry charge. So as they carry charge, so in an electric field, the charge will start moving. If you take a negative charge colloid, and the charge will start moving towards the anode, they'll go towards the anode and they'll become chargeless. That means they will lose the charge. The colloidal particle lose the charge in the electric field. How? The negative ions will move towards anode. If they are positive ion, they'll move towards the cathode, and the charge will they'll be become chargeless. and all the particles, when they have got no charge, they will come together and form a precipitate and form a precipitate. So this migration of colloidal particle under the towards oppositely charged electrode in an electric field is called as electrophoresis. So electrophoresis is nothing but the migration of colloidal particle towards oppositely charged electrode in an electric field is called as electrophoresis. So in electrophoresis, colloidal particle move in an electric field towards oppositely charged electrode, and they lose the charge and they become chargeless and they form a precipitate and electrode पर जाके जम जाते. Now I've also explained you that all colloidal particles carry either negative charge or positive charge. The first charge is a fixed charge, but above the first charge there come another charge. अगर कोलाइडल पार्टिकल के ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है तो उसके आसपास सब नेगेटिव चार्ज आ जाएगा. तो पहला चार्ज जो है वो फिक्स होता है, दूसरा चार्ज होता है वो डिफ्यूज होता है. एंड दैट मींस ऑल कोलाइडल पार्टिकल विल हैव इलेक्ट्रिकल डबल लेयर. दो लेयर होंगे. फर्स्ट चार्ज वो फिक्स होता है एंड दूसरा चार्ज उसका ऑपोजिट वाला होगा. सो दिस इलेक्ट्रिकल डबल लेयर इज कॉल्ड एज हेल्महोल्ट्ज इलेक्ट्रिकल डबल लेयर. अगर नेगेटिव चार्ज है तो नेगेटिव के ऊपर आसपास पॉजिटिव होगा. सो दिस पॉजिटिव विल बी, this is a diffuse and this one is fixed charge. Now when electrical double layer is there, there will be difference in the potential between the fixed layer and the diffuse layer, and that difference in the potential is called as zeta potential. The potential difference between fixed layer and the diffuse layer is called as zeta potential. Okay. Now, next part what I am going to do today is coagulation of colloid. Coagulation of colloid. Colloids contain disperse phase and dispersion medium. Disperse phase are dispersed in dispersion medium. Disperse phase carry charge either positive or negative. So as long as the colloidal particle carry the charge, suppose negative charge मैं बता रहा हूँ, I am showing negative charge. As long as they carry the charge, the particle cannot come together. They will be always separating, they will be repelling with each other. As long as ये पॉजिटिव वाला बन रहा है. These are colloidal particles. So as long as colloidal particle carry the charge, the particle cannot come together. They cannot come and coagulate. लेकिन अगर इसके ऊपर का चार्ज हमने निकाल दिए, so they will become chargeless. Remove the charge, they will become chargeless, and all particle will come closer and they'll form a precipitate. What they'll form? A precipitate. Right? You also, if you remove the charge, they'll form a precipitate. A precipitate will be formed. Because अभी चार्ज ही नहीं तो सब पार्टिकल एक साथ आके मिल जाएंगे and they'll form a precipitate. This process is called as coagulation of colloid. Removing the charge and bringing the particle together to form a precipitate is called as coagulation of colloid. Now, how you can coagulate the colloid? By removing the charge. How to remove the charge? There are different ways of removing the charge. There are different ways of coagulation. ये क्या हो गया भाई? How it happen? कहाँ पे क्लिक हो गया? किधर गया? Where is that? Ah. How to remove the charge? So there are different ways of precipitating the colloid. Different method of precipitating or coagulating colloids. First method is mixing oppositely charged colloid. Oppositely charged colloid. That means if you have got one colloid, arsenic sulfide, which is negatively charged, all particles are negative, and you mix with another colloid which is having positive charge. All colloid particles are having positive charge. Example, ferric hydroxide. And if you mix it, they will form a precipitate. The positive and negative will cancel each other and they'll form a precipitate. This is one way. Second way, by heating. When colloidal solutions are heated, suppose it is negatively charged. When colloidal solutions are heated, ये जो पार्टिकल के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज है वो चार्ज निकल जाता है, वो निकल जाता है. They separate because the negative charge is absorbed on the colloid. When you heat it, the negative charge comes out and this becomes chargeless. And then all chargeless particle will meet and form a precipitate. So second way is by heating. I'll give you the example of heating तुम्हारे घर में हो रहा है रोज. If you take milk, if you heat the milk, and when you cool the milk, on cooling the milk, what you get, ऊपर आपको क्रीम मिलता है. You get a cream, right? You get a cream, जिसको हम मलाई बोलते हैं, right? And now this actually is nothing but coagulation. A milk is a colloid. A milk is a colloid like this. जब मिल्क को हम हीट करते हैं तो मिल्क के ऊपर जो ऑयल रहता है, मिल्क के अंदर जो ऑयल होता है उसके ऊपर चार्ज होता है. वो चार्ज, ऑयल का मतलब फैट, मिल्क कंटेन फैट, एंड द fat particles are having charge. On heating, that they lose the charge, and all the fat particle combine and they form a precipitate, which we call it as a cream. The thickness of the cream depends upon amount of fat present in the milk. More is a cream, more is a fat, thicker will be the cream. सो मिल्क को हीट करने के बाद कूल करने पर हमको जो मलाई मिलती है ऊपर जो क्रीम मिलता है दैट इज नथिंग बट अ कोagulation ऑफ कोलॉइड बिकॉज मिल्क इज व्हाट मिल्क कंटेन फैट डिस्पर्स इन वाटर मिल्क के अंदर फैट होता है which is dispersed in water. Milk is a colloidal solution. Dispersed phase are oil. Dispersed phase are proteins. तो ये सब lose the charge and they form a precipitate and that which we call it as a cream. Next, third way is by electrophoresis. By electrophoresis. Electrophoresis में क्या करते हैं हम? We take the colloid and we introduce two electrodes. One is cathode, other is anode, and we apply potential difference. And if this is a colloid having negative charge, all will move towards the positive electrode. They lose the charge and form a precipitate. They'll form a precipitate. This is electrophoresis. So electrophoresis से भी हम coagulate the colloid. Third one, fourth one, by adding excess of electrolyte. Excess of electrolyte. To any colloid, to colloidal solution, if you add electrolyte, excess of electrolyte, now you know what are electrolyte? Electrolyte are the substances which produce ion, which dissociate and produce ion. Electrolyte will give positive ion and negative ion. For example, sodium chloride is an electrolyte. If जब add करोगे तो हमें sodium ion भी मिलेगा और chloride ion. Example दिया मैंने. So you add excess of colloid, electrolyte in the colloidal solution. तो क्या करेंगे? अगर ये colloidal solution के अंदर negative charge है, ये colloidal solution में अगर negative charge है, so that will be cancelled by cation of electrolyte. The negative charge will be cancelled by cations. Cation के ऊपर positive charge होता है. अगर ये colloidal solution के अंदर positive charge है, तो ये anion उसका charge को cancel करेगा. So colloidal solution कोई भी charge हो, अगर negative है, तो हम जो electrolyte डालते, तो positive cation उसका charge को cancel करेगा. अगर colloidal के ऊपर positive है, तो anion electrolyte if you take milk में क्या होता है मिल्क इज अ कोलॉइड एंड उसके पार्टिकल के ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है डिस्पर्स फेज के ऊपर yes they have got negative charge Okay. Students, लाइट मेरी चली गई. Now again I have come back. There was no electricity, suddenly down हो गया. Okay. By adding excess of electrolyte. So when you add excess of electrolyte to any colloidal solution, when you add excess of electrolyte to any colloidal solution, the colloidal solution get precipitate. उसका precipitation होता है. एग्जाम्पल मैं देता हूँ. इफ यू टेक मिल्क एंड मिल्क के अंदर लेमन जूस डाल दो, नींबू का. मिल्क के अंदर लेमन जूस निचोड़ो, मिल्क विल कडल यानी मिल्क फट जाएगा. कडल एंड यू स्टेन इट, उसको फिल्टर करो, आपको सॉलिड मिलेगा और उस सॉलिड से हम पनीर बना सकते हैं. सो मिल्क को हम फाड़ने का, मिल्क को मतलब मिल्क फट गया, मिल्क फट गया मीन्स मिल्क का कडलिंग हो गया. जैसा कडलिंग, मिल्क विल कडल, फिल्टर इट, यू विल गेट सॉलिड एंड सॉलिड से हमें पनीर मिलेगा. तो ये लेमन जूस, ये नथिंग बट एक्सेस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. लेमन जूस में कैटायंस होते हैं, पॉजिटिव आयन, एनायंस होते, नेगेटिव आयन, एंड मिल्क इज अ कोलॉइड. Milk is a colloid, so it will have either positive charge or it will have negative charge. When you add lemon juice to it, अगर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है तो एनायन उसका चार्ज को कैंसिल कर देगा एंड ऑल पार्टिकल विल बिकम चार्जलेस एंड दे विल फॉर्म अ प्रेसिपिटेट. जब मिल्क फटता है तो हम सॉलिड और एक सॉलिड बनता है और वाटर ऊपर रहता है. मिल्क जब कडल होता है तो क्या एक सॉलिड मिल्क पाउडर, मिल्क सॉलिड बनता है और ऊपर पानी पानी रहता है. मिल्क कभी फटा हुआ देखा आपने? सब पानी ऊपर रहता है, नीचे सॉलिड जमा रहता है. तो वो क्या है, मिल्क के डिस्पर्स फेस पार्टिकल सब अपना चार्ज लूज किए एंड दे फॉर्म ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट. So when you add excess of electrolyte to a colloidal solution, the charge on the colloidal particle is removed and it becomes chargeless and it form a precipitate. Now, इसके ऊपर एक रूल है, उसका नाम है हार्डी एंड सूल्स रूल. हार्डी एंड सूल्स रूल. हार्डी एंड सूल्स रूल. When you add excess of electrolyte, the cation will cancel the negative charge of the colloid and anion will cancel the positive charge of the colloid. Ion having charge opposite to that on colloid will be responsible for the precipitation of colloid. Ion having charge opposite to that on colloid will be responsible for the precipitation of the colloid. That means anion can precipitate positive colloid, cation can precipitate negative colloid. That means anion will precipitate positively charged colloid, and cation can precipitate negatively charged colloid. दूसरा एक पॉइंट है उसमें, द कोगुलेटिंग पावर, सेकेंड पॉइंट हार्डी एंड सूजरू का, कोगुलेटिंग पावर of electrolyte increase with the increase in charge on the ion. Power of an electrolyte increases with increase in charge of ion. For example, if you have a colloid which is negatively charged, colloid है जिसके ऊपर नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, इसके अंदर हम इलेक्ट्रोलाइट ऐड करते हैं, तो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट का कौन सा आयन इसका चार्ज निकालेगा? पॉजिटिव आयन, यानी कैटायन. कैटायन विल कोगुलेट कोलॉइड. कोगुलेट कोलॉइड. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में दोनों चार्ज होते हैं, लेकिन कैटायन इसमें नेगेटिव है तो कैटायन इसका चार्ज निकाल लेगा. तो अगर हम कैटायन सोडियम डालें, सोडियम क्लोराइड डालेंगे तो सोडियम को क्लोराइड से हमें क्या मिलेगा? सोडियम आयन. अगर हम मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड डालेंगे तो हमें मिलेगा मैग्नीशियम आयन. अगर हम एल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड डालेंगे तो हमें मिलेगा एल्यूमिनियम आयन. तीनों में से सबसे बेस्ट रहेगा एल्यूमिनियम, बिकॉज उसका पॉजिटिव चार्ज मोर है. सो coagulating power of aluminum chloride will be more than that of magnesium chloride. And magnesium chloride का coagulating power will be more than sodium chloride. As the charge increases, the coagulating power will be more. क्यों? इसके ऊपर नेगेटिव चार्ज है, तो ये नेगेटिव चार्ज को कौन अच्छी तरह कोगुलेट कर सकता है? एल्यूमिनियम. उसके बाद कौन अच्छी तरह कर सकता है? मैग्नीशियम. उसके बाद कौन कर सकता है? सोडियम. सो एल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड ऐड करेंगे तो ये सब चार्ज निकल जाएगा और हमको कम एल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड भी लग सकता है, बिकॉज ये एक एल्यूमिनियम 3 जन का चार्ज निकाल सकता है, बल्कि एक मैग्नीशियम आयन 2 जन का चार्ज निकाल सकता है, और एक सोडियम आयन 1 पार्टिकल का चार्ज निकाल सकता है. So coagulating power of aluminum is more than coagulating power of magnesium and more than. So you will require minimum quantity of aluminum chloride to precipitate it. So rule क्या बोलता है? The coagulating power of an electrolyte increases with increase in charge of the ion. Okay. तो ये था Hardy-Insulz rules. Next is electroosmosis. Emulsion. ये लास्ट पार्ट है. Emulsion, it is a colloid. It is a colloidal system in which liquid is dispersed in another liquid. One liquid is dispersed in another liquid. and these two liquids are not soluble in each other. A colloid, a emulsion is a colloid in which contain liquid dispersed in liquid, but both are not soluble. For example, oil dispersed in water. You can take vanishing cream. हम क्रीम लगाते हैं ना मुंह को, उसमें क्या रहता है? इट इज इमल्शन, राइट? एंड इसमें ऑयल का ड्रॉपलेट्स होते हैं, ऑयल डिस्पर्स इन वाटर. Oil disperse in water. So emulsion is nothing but mixture of two liquids in which one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. We take another example, milk. Milk is also oil dispersed in water. Milk is a second example. Milk, इसमें क्या होता है? Oil dispersed in water. Oil paint is also emulsion, पर इसमें water dispersed in oil होता है. So there are two types of emulsion, oil in water, and second is water in oil. इसमें oil is dispersed phase and water is dispersion medium. इसमें water is dispersed phase and oil is dispersion medium. Example milk, example oil paint. Now, if you mix oil and water or water in oil, if we mix oil in water, so what you'll get? अगर ये water है, उसमें हमने oil डाला, तो ये सब oil particles. And this oil particle will be having a charge, suppose positive charge. Okay, oil hai. After some time, what will happen? All oil will separate. सब oil एक साथ आ जाएगा. And oil will lighter, it will float. So this is oil. And नीचे सब water रहेगा. Oil in water and water in oil. So when you mix oil in water, for some time oil will disperse in water. Afterward it will disperse. Oil will separate and water will separate. But to prepare emulsion, we are adding a stabilizer. To prepare emulsion, a stabilizer is added. which is called emulsifying agent. Emulsifying agent, and it is generally a soap. It is generally a soap or a gum. And emulsifying एजेंट डालते तो ऑयल और वाटर सेपरेट नहीं होते, they remain dispersed in water. So this was what colloid ka short में synopsis. Now I'll start with the questions of MCQs. Okay. First question: which of the following gas molecule have maximum value of enthalpy of physiosorption of gas mass? Which of the following gases have maximum value of enthalpy of physiosorption in the gas mass? Meaning, चार gases दिए हैं, right? तो which will have maximum value of enthalpy of physiosorption? Physiosorption का मतलब फिजिकल एब्जॉर्प्शन होगा, तो किस में, कौन से सब्सटेंस में ज्यादा हीट निकलेगी? Which will have maximum value? Which will have maximum delta H value for physical absorption? What is that? When one substance gets absorbed on the surface of another substance, heat is given out, and that is called enthalpy of adsorption. This is called as enthalpy of adsorption. When one substance gets adsorbed, heat is given out, and that is called enthalpy of adsorption. तो जो गैस ज्यादा एब्जॉर्ब हो सकता है, वो गैस के अंदर more value will be there for the delta H. The gas which is absorbed more will have high delta H value. Now, which gas will have more? Which gases? The gases which are more soluble. Gases more soluble in water or easily liquefied. These gases will have high value of delta H. अब ये चार गैस में से कौन सा गैस ज्यादा सॉल्युबल है? मीथेन है सॉल्युबल लेकिन कम है, नाइट्रोजन बहुत ही कम सॉल्युबल है, सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड इज सॉल्युबल and hydrogen is very less soluble. So the answer is sulfur dioxide. Out of these four gases, sulfur dioxide gas is more soluble in water or it is easily liquefied. So such gas will be absorbed to a larger extent. Hence, it will give out more heat of absorption. Okay, so it is SO2. Next. Which of the following electrolyte will have maximum flocculating value for ferric hydroxide? Salt. फ्लैक्यूलेटिंग का मतलब क्या? Which will of the following will have a maximum flocculating value? Maximum flocculating value. Which of the following will have maximum flocculating value? Now what is by flocculating value? See, I told you in the beginning, अभी आज ही बताया कि colloid के अंदर when we add electrolyte, excess of electrolyte, if we add excess of electrolyte, we get a precipitate, a solid, and this process is called coagulation. This process is called coagulation. वो नीलोफर का स्पोकन इंग्लिश सेंटर, वो बाद में फोन करने बोल, सर पढ़ा रहे बोला. This called as a coagulation. To any colloid, when you add excess of electrolyte, you get a PPT, precipitate, and that is called coagulation. It is also called as flocculation also. Now coagulation और flocculation में क्या फर्क है? अगर precipitate heavy रहेगा तो वो नीचे बैठेगा तो coagulation. अगर precipitate light रहेगा तो वो ऊपर तैरेगा. It will float. So if the precipitate float, we call it as a flocculation value. Flocculation. And अगर precipitate नीचे बैठता है तो we say coagulation. तो coagulation and flocculation same होता है. खाली डिफरेंस एक नीचे बैठता है, हैवी है तो, और जो लाइट होगा तो ऊपर बैठेगा. ओके, तो ये तो जो हम इलेक्ट्रोलाइट डालते हैं एक्सेस, तो इसमें से सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम फ्लॉक्यूलेटिंग वैल्यू किसका होगा? दैट मीन विच इज द बेस्ट ऑफ दिस फोर. जिसका फ्लॉक्यूलेटिंग वैल्यू ज्यादा रहता है वही सबसे बेस्ट रहता है. मैक्सिमम कोगुलेटिंग वैल्यू किसका होगा? मैक्सिमम कोगुलेटिंग वैल्यू मतलब मिनिमम कोगुलेटिंग पावर. हाँ, लेकिन कौन से कोलॉइड में डाल रहे हैं हम? वी आर एडिंग इन विच कोलॉइड? फेरिक हाइड्रोक्साइड. We are adding in ferric hydroxide. Ferric hydroxide colloids have positive charge. उनके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है. तो ये कोलॉइड को प्रेसिपिटेट करने के लिए नेगेटिव आयन लगेंगे. नेगेटिव आयंस विल बी रिक्वायर्ड. नेगेटिव आयन विल बी रिक्वायर्ड. पॉजिटिव कोलॉइड है तो नेगेटिव आयन लगेंगे. नेगेटिव आयन ऑफ व्हाट? ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. तो चार में से किसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू होगी? देखो, सोडियम क्लोराइड पहला वाला है, उससे हमें क्या मिलता है? Cl-. दूसरा वाला सोडियम सल्फाइड, उससे हमें मिलेगा S-2. तीसरा वाला अमोनियम फॉस्फेट, अमोनियम फॉस्फेट में फॉस्फेट के ऊपर -3 चार्ज होगा. एंड लास्ट है पोटेशियम सल्फेट, that is SO4 minus 2. ये इसके ऊपर चार्ज कौन सा है, +3, तो सबसे बेस्ट कौन सा रहेगा, CO4 minus 3, सबसे बेस्ट, but minimum coagulating value or flocculating value. सबसे वीक ये रहेगा क्योंकि इसका -1 है, +3 को -3 कैंसिल कर सकता है, +3 को -1 भी कैंसिल कर सकता है, लेकिन ये सबसे कम चार्ज है, तो इट इज वीक, मैक्सिमम फ्लॉक्युलेटिंग वैल्यू. यानी हमको सबसे ज्यादा सोडियम क्लोराइड लगेगा अगर फेरिक हाइड्रोक्साइड को कोगुलेट करना है, उसके ऊपर का चार्ज निकालना है, तो हमें ज्यादा क्वांटिटी ऑफ सोडियम क्लोराइड रिक्वायर्ड विल बी मोर, because chlorine has got only -1 charge whereas Fe has got +3 charge. तो +3 को -1 कैंसिल कर सकता है, लेकिन 3 गुना लगेगा, you will require 3 times. If you use so ammonium phosphate, it will as -3, तो 1:1 रेशियो में लगेगा. So the best one is ammonium phosphate, इसका minimum flocculating value रहेगा, and the weakest one will be sodium chloride, इसका maximum flocculating value. यानी maximum flocculating value का मतलब ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रोलाइट किधर लगेगा, सोडियम क्लोराइड में. Okay, so answer is sodium chloride. Next, miscellaneous are formed only above CMC and above Kraft temperature. Now what is this miscellaneous? Is one type of colloid. I have done, I don't know whether you remember it. Yeah, a certain colloid which behave as a crystalloid at low temperature but behave as a colloid at higher temperature. Miscellaneous formation takes place above particular temperature, and that is called Kraft temperature, and above particular concentration, that is called critical miscellaneous concentration. Right? So miscellaneous take place above Kraft temperature and above critical miscellaneous concentration, that is CMC. So you answer above CMC and above Kraft temperature. Answer is C. Bredig-Arc method cannot be used to prepare. Bredig-Arc method is a method of preparation of colloid for noble metals. So which cannot be prepared by this method is Fe. Fe cannot be. Platinum, silver, gold, these are all noble metals. Fe is not a noble metal. Fe is iron. So this method cannot be used for Fe because this Bredig-Arc method is method for preparation of colloid for noble metals. Gold, silver, platinum, these are noble metals. Next, Bredig-Arc colloidal solution is subjected to electric field. Particle move towards anode. Colloidal solution is subject to electric field. Particle move towards anode. यानी पार्टिकल किधर मूव होता है, एनोड की तरफ मूव होता है. क्वेश्चन नंबर कौन सा है भाई, 5. Colloidal particle is moving towards anode. Anode have positive charge, that means colloidal particle must be having negative charge. Coagulation of the sol is studied by using sodium chloride, बेरियम क्लोराइड एंड एल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड. एंड इसको इस कोलॉइड को कोगुलेट करना है तो क्या पावर होगा, तो सोडियम क्लोराइड ये नेगेटिव है, दैट मीन्स सोडियम क्लोराइड का सोडियम आयन रहेगा, नेगेटिव को पॉजिटिव लगता है। बेरियम क्लोराइड का बेरियम आयन लगेगा एंड एल्यूमिनियम क्लोराइड का एल्यूमिनियम आयन। Coagulating power, colloidal particle in an electric field move towards anode. That means the charge on the colloidal particle is negative. It will be coagulated by positive ion. So which is the best one? Aluminium ion will be the best than the magnesium, barium, and barium will be best than sodium. So aluminium is which one? Aluminium chloride, barium chloride, and sodium chloride. So this is the answer. C is the answer. Okay. Among the following surfactant that will form micellus in the aqueous solution at the lower molar concentration at ambient condition is called is which one? One which has got larger molecular mass. जिसका molecular mass ज़्यादा है वही सबसे बेस्ट मिसेलस फॉर्म कर सकता है। तो किसका molecular mass ज़्यादा दिखता है, किसके अंदर कार्बन ज़्यादा है? देखो ए वाले में, ए में 15, इसमें 16, 17 कार्बन है। सो द नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम आर इन ए मोर, so उसका molecular mass मोर रहेगा। सो आंसर इज ए। Zeolite, are important oxide catalyst used in petroleum cracking. They are used in petroleum cracking. They are used in petroleum cracking. Seventh one. 8. Which relation represent Freundlich adsorption isotherm? Now, Freundlich adsorption isotherm is x upon m is equal to kp raised to 1 by n. Okay. At low pressure, x upon m is equal to kp. At high pressure बराबर है, सेकेंड वाला भी राइट है एंड थर्ड वाला भी राइट है। सो आंसर इज ऑल ऑफ द अबव। Which of the following show maximum hydrophobic behavior? Which of the following show maximum hydrophobic behavior? Hydrophobic means liquid hating behavior. Liquid hating behavior. जिसका मॉलिक्यूलर वेट कार्बन में ज्यादा रहेगा, एडेनाइन। एडेनाइन। 10th वाला, zeta potential is potential difference between fixed charge and the diffuse charge having opposite diffuse layer and fixed layer having opposite charge. So it is C answer. तो 10 तक मैंने किया हूँ, up to 10 I'll continue next time. Sorry for today I've come late because मैं कुछ काम से फंस गया था, right? And we'll see next time. Everything goes smoothly. So next time I'll complete this chapter.